Transphasic torpedoes are one of the most powerful starship-mounted weapon systems ever developed. First produced in an alternate timeline, the torpedoes were first encountered by the USS Voyager during a temporal incident in 2378, and returned to the Alpha Quadrant along with the ship and crew shortly thereafter. Easily loaded into any standard torpedo launcher, transphasic torpedoes wield a level of firepower so great that a single well-placed shot can obliterate a fully functional Borg cube. Transphasic torpedoes function by delivering a highly destructive subspace compression pulse. Upon the detonation of a transphasic warhead, the weapon resonates its destructive power through multiple instances of phased space. The upshot of this is that an enemy vessel's deflector shields can only block a single instance of the blast, but the target ship's hull will be struck several times over by all of the blast's remaining subspace shockwaves. This design also results in each torpedo having a randomly determined transphasic configuration, which makes it highly difficult for the Borg to successfully adapt to all of the weapon's potential variations. It was discovered by the Federation in the early 2380s that the technology of transphasic torpedoes could be applied to other tactical systems, including shields and phasers. This was not without drawbacks, however, as it was noted that the use of transphasic shielding caused a serious power drain and often a loss of warp velocity. For example, the use of transphasic shielding on a Sovereign-class starship was known to decrease the vessel's maximum speed to warp 9.1. In the case of phasers, the transphasic technology did provide a measurable increase in weapon strength, but the system was highly unstable and required an advanced Iron 60 crystal matrix to properly handle the stress on the weapons grid. For this reason, the phaser technology was never approved for fleet-wide installation. During the Borg invasion of 2381, the USS Enterprise E was the only ship in Starfleet to be equipped with transphasic torpedoes. In the face of the Borg threat, Captain Jean-Luc Picard strongly recommended that the weapons be installed fleet-wide to give all Federation vessels a greater fighting chance against the Borg fleet. But in the hopes of minimizing the Borg's opportunities to adapt to the weapon, Admiral Alina Nechayev ordered that the torpedoes remain aboard the Enterprise only, and that they be used as sparingly as possible. Though effective for a time, it eventually became necessary to abandon this strategy, and the replicator patterns for transphasic torpedoes were distributed throughout Starfleet and to elements of the Imperial Klingon Defense Force. This newfound advantage quickly led to the destruction of many Borg vessels, but with the large increase in the torpedo's usage came a much greater opportunity for the enemy to study the weapon's complexities. Before long, the Borg fleet had fully adapted to the weapons, and if not for the actions of Captains Picard, Riker, and Dax, the Borg invasion of the Quadrant would have been a complete success. Mysterious in origin and immensely powerful, the transphasic torpedo is easily one of the most impressive projectile weapons in history, and part of an extremely short list of devices able to give pause to a Borg armada.